Right then folks, it's time to get the cab partially assembled to a point where I need to stop because I need to get the wiring in. So let's get this all glued together. Right, so here we go. There's a lot of glue on this front section of the cab. These side panels will screw to the sides like that, so I can get those on. They just screw on, but the majority of the grille, they screw on to the sides, and these then glue on to the front like this. Now on this front part you've got these three bars that go across, but what you can do, if you really wanted to, you could paint all these white, body coloured, like you get on fleet trucks, because some fleet trucks have these all painted and some don't, but that's entirely up to you. I'll just put a picture up here of what the front of a truck looks like with all the white pieces down the sides, and I'm going to glue all this together and screw all the bits on and then see where we go from there. So give me I don't know, a couple of minutes. Right, okay, had a bit of a technical glitch with the camera. It just didn't record. I don't know whether it recorded or whether the files got corrupted all the way through the transfer from the camera to my laptop. But hey ho, not to worry. So this video might seem it's in a little bit of a mishmash. So I've screwed these side panels on and fitted the door handles, etc. Mirrors, windows, side deflectors, and a little bit of detailing up here on the front, the handles and the wipers. This is the grille with the sides which are screwed to it, and these horizontal parts are glued on. Now I've sent the top piece with the Scania badge back to Herbie D RC Paint because I screwed up. I actually screwed up and ruined it, so that's gone back to him for paint correction. Completely my fault. I just don't like gluing stuff, so it's needing correction. I don't think many people would have noticed it, but I want it to be perfect. What else have I done? I don't know if I've covered it in later clips, but I've done the sun visor, which is now right hand drive with the mirror this way. All I did was take the mirror and just cut it vertically straight down with a very sharp knife, and then simply, because it was this side and was pointing this way, all I did was turn it, you know, a few degrees so it points this way as though it's right hand drive. The lights I made slightly bigger on each side. I don't like the clear lenses that are supplied with the the kit. I don't like the clear lenses. They're not clear on the real vehicles. They slightly diffuse. So these are actually, let me find, these are actually clear light lenses from a container truck, S Parts Clear, and I just cut them down straight across the middle. I did save a piece up here because obviously there is 5 lights, so there's only 5 halves, and there's the other half there. And all I did was file that flat on both ends and fit them in there. I've drilled holes in the back to accommodate the things. How I fixed this mirror on, because on this side we have this piece where the front bumper mirror fits, and I've just built that out with 4mm of plastic styrene, which has been plastic welded on, and I just need to fit the mirror. So yeah, that's that. I've got loads of those. They're the same lenses that I use for the King Hauler and Globeliner twin headlight conversions. So yeah, that will fit on there, like so. And the roof has been assembled, but I'll get to that after I have shown you the roof bars, the light bars, should I say. The light bars will, those files were okay, so give me a minute and I'll show you what I've done with those. So, the light bars. As you know, I bought the extra LED circuit boards that fits in behind the lights and comes with 2 plugs, and that looks pretty good. And that has an orange insert in there. I don't know whether I'm going to need to put something under there or just black it out just to hide it, but that's the lower grille. Now, I had assembled all of this roof bar, but it was an absolute pain. So I'm going to show you an easy way of doing it, and this is the small thing for the Tamiya 770 roof bar, and that comes again with its own plug. I will be covering the wiring up of this later on, but in the meantime I'm going to show you that these LEDs obviously fit in the back of the light, but it stands off a little bit, and for the reason for that is because the clamp then fits on top, but you have to fit this onto the LED first, like so, and then that fits in like that. And to do the other 4 is an absolute pain, so I'll show you how I did it, in hope you're not going to get stressed out as I did. So I got the roof bar, take the roof bar and place the lenses down like this between the 2 locators, So we get them something like that. And then, this is the tricky part, we take the 5 brackets and we put them in the LEDs, between the LED and the circuit board. Oops, and they do fall off, so yeah, just keep persevering. Steady hands is what is needed. And then gently straighten those up like so, and then they need to go in to the little slot at the bottom of these. You have to make sure that they all go in like so, and then the LEDs fit in like so, and those little things that go down there, and we take a 1.5mm screwdriver. I'll keep my hands out of the way, and I'm just going to get one in each, just started. And I will tell you something about the lower bar when I've done this. So now that is all in, I'm just going to snug these down a little bit, but not all the way, because they are actually facing the wrong way. They're actually pointing downwards. So they've just got a couple of turns on them so they don't come out, and then they need to go upwards like this. So let me zoom out and tighten that middle one up just a little bit until it just snugs, and then do the two on the right. See, this is why I don't like using power drivers, because you can't feel it as good as what you can with your hands. And I only use my fingertips to spin it. You know, so that is as good as that. And then that will somehow go into the cab again. There is a little bit of play on that, but as you can see, this bit just here, I would assume, is the correct angle for them. But of course, as soon as that's screwed on to the roof, all will become good. Now, the lower bar that comes with 2 separate circuits, it has one circuit for these 3 orange lamps and another circuit for the 4. Now, I tried to figure out how I was going to put that on there. But these 2 holes here, this one and this one, they don't come through onto this part. So what you have to do is screw these 2 in, the wider 2, and then when that's screwed down, you can then drill these two out with a 2mm drill bit, and that's what that looks like. So yeah, very happy with the way things are progressing. So of course that 2 wires, I assume, will go through there. Yes, it does. So yeah, that's going to look amazing. So yeah, that's the lower bumper done, and the lower bumper bar. And the high bar. And now I'm going to get the beacon done. Now we're on to the beacon bar, which sits on top of the light bar. And because I'm not going the stock build way, I've bought this circuit board which fits in to the original kit one, which I like the look of. So to do these, you have to modify this bottom part and the top part, because there are parts here where the original LEDs go in the MFC, and it shows in the instructions that we need to trim these two, this middle one, and these two. We need to trim those out because the circuit board needs to sit in there. Now I've already trimmed the same on this one, these two LED holders with a sharp knife, and here these two. Now there is 5 tabs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across the top, which is the back edge, and you need to trim those off, because if you don't, it will not fit. Now there is a back to this and a front to this, and that just fits in like that. So I'm going to leave that way up. It's easy to tell which is the back because there's this little post here. I don't know if you can see, yeah, that there isn't one on the front. So I'll put that there with the back facing me, and then the wires are obviously pointing towards the back. And I shall just lie that in there, and they line up with the holes. They are side showing LEDs at the front, back and sides. So now all I've got to do is, one, remember that the back is the way the wire's going, and trim these out. So let me do that and I shall be back. And that's that done. All I did was use my snips, snip, and snip them off, and then I got a small file and just like that, and that's as simple as that. Now I know it looks scratched, but you're never going to see it. So that fits just in there like that, and we need 4 screws. ME2s, 4 of them. They are bolts, not screws. There should be some more in here. Let's try. That was D. This is the correct one. So another 2 of those. I don't know if you can hear the rain, but the rain is hammering it down. And it's not a very pleasant Sunday. But it will be when I finish this, because I am going to do my Sunday lunch. My Sunday dinner. Which is going to be... Oh no, I don't need those 2, do I? In there. In that end. Because they are for something else. So I did need only 2. Because the other 2 on each end is for the brackets that hold it to the roof bar. Just fingertip tight. Again, I ain't using a power driver because I really don't like them. And that's that. And those forward facing, rear facing, and a couple on the ends. So that's pretty good. Right, where's my leg bar? And that fits on there. So I need to get out 2 brackets. 2 brackets with MF7s, which will be one of those, 2 of those, with 2 small washers. There's the other one. There we go, 2 of those. Now I'll just slide up and down. Is there no real way of holding that on? Or is that just slide up to those stays? Because that doesn't seem very secure. So do I have to drill that and all? Sorry for swearing. Have I got to drill that roof as well? I have, in case I don't want to fit it, there's no holes. Let's have a look at the book. Where does it say to fit it? Here. Right. Doesn't say. Ah, pass roof lamp cables through the roof as shown. That's through that gap, which there isn't a gap. Ah, right. So it's telling me to drill a 2mm hole in the roof in those 4 positions. Let's have a look. Ah. There, here, and here. So, Now we are understanding why there's no screws, and there's the little thing to pass the cables through. Not sure about that, so I'm gonna, it is directly underneath the beacon bar though, and I need to get those in. So I'm going to file that out very gingerly and drill that very gingerly. So let's get some paint protection on there, and just get rid of the roof cap. So I need to get rid of that bit, drill those holes. Beautiful paint job. Do I really want to drill holes in it? Do we really want roof bars on it? Of course. Because all the Scania fans won't like me if I don't put lights on it. I have to have it looking like it's crashed into Las Vegas. Not a big fan of lights all over the truck, but this one has a purpose. Cloth is for paint protection, and wood is for workbench protection. What am I doing there? No, I'm doing this one. What's that on the two for? Right. Right. So that's them. Beautiful. And that front piece, how far up does that fit? Right. Gently, gently. File that out. That's too wide. Where's my littler file? There. So dead centre. Just enough to pass the wires through. And I'm pushing inwards so I don't drag the paint. Because if you do it from the other way, you're just going to flake the paint off. Will that fit? Absolutely perfecto. Will that fit also? No, so I need to do it just a little bit deeper. And there it is. It's on and bolted back up. And the dilemma is I haven't tightened those bolts up yet, because I'm wondering, this slide bar can slide forward, but you can still see the black cable. I might hit this with some white paint to take the whiteness off, and the cable also. And at the back, if I slide that roof bar back until it is parallel to the front, I'm getting it off. This is movable, so I shouldn't take a reference point from something that moves, so I'll take it from something that doesn't move, like this. So that is the cable. I could just reach behind there and dot that with some white paint so it's not as stark. You can't really see it from the front, but I do have some very fine paint brushes, and with a steady hand I could just reach in there and just dab the paint on that as I'm doing the circuit boards down there. Yes, I think that is what I'm going to do, because I don't really want to be able to see these resistors at the side of each of the LEDs, but I am quite liking that, how it sits. Yes, I am liking that. Haven't put anything on here yet because I need to put these lights in, obviously. So the video might not be in particularly brilliant order, because yeah, I do like that beacon bar, because I've got something to go on the front. So yeah, the videos that I'm taking are not in order, but I am liking that. Mucho. Liking it up to now. And the front bumper, yeah, that's going to look wicked. I'm glad I did it black and white. Very much. Very glad I did that. Blanco y negro. Yeah. Yeah, right. What's next? What is next? The next is the beacons that go on the roof spoiler. And again, the ones in the kit aren't the greatest, so we use the original lenses, but as I've shown you in previous videos, I've bought some aftermarket ones. There's the Y lead that goes from one. So there's two, well, it's not a Y lead, it's just a lead. So I might not use them, I might just use, make my own lead up. But you get the bases, can't see a damn thing. You get the bases with the screws, which I believe screw into, no I don't. they screw onto there, and I believe, let's take that off. Yes, there are holes here. So those two there, I'm assuming is them two. Yes, they are the same distance apart, so they'll need drilling out with, I don't know, a 1mm drill with a hole in the middle for the wires to pass. So that doesn't press into the housing, that just holds in, and then that goes over the top of that. That's actually a good fit. So let me fix these lamp bases to the roof, and bloody hell, fiddly. So here's another big edit, because corrupt files, and I have to debug my camera, but the beacons are on, the light bar is on, the roof beacons are on. I haven't fitted the caps because I have used some glue just to sit them dead level inside those rubber housings. And they're 5 lights, they've got different modes set in. On top there is a resistor and a capacitor, and of course I've had to drill this aero pack slightly, because they are fixed in under there. I've used a little bit of heat shrink tubing, which has then been drilled so it enters the cab behind the post. So really you're never going to see that. I'm quite happy with that. And of course they come through there. They will be joined together, and one connection of course with the beacon bar and everything, and then they should just push on and friction fit, because they are quite a snug fit. They may need a little bit of fettling just to get them to sit down, because if you remember, the bases are not stock Tamiya, and the lenses are, so I will have to make sure that they fit over there with a good friction fit. I might just, because that's quite a thick plastic, I might taper that in just a little bit so it fits over that let me do that. And there we have it, the two top beacons. And the reason that there is two top beacons is because when you look at it from the side, the front beacon bar is visible to the front, and it must be also seen from the back. But short of standing this up, you're not going to see it from the back. That's why they have secondary beacons on the roof, the roof spoiler. So yeah, all good stuff. Let's get that on the cab. Let me pull you back a little bit. I'll lift you up a little bit. And we'll just see what all this looks like. It's looking something like... James has still got the Scania badge. He's very busy, so I've just said to him do it as and when he can. And that fits. Oops. So yeah, that's fitting on there. I'm liking that a lot. Let's tilt it up a little bit. So do that. It's certainly coming on. Very, very pleased with that. Was stressing out about it. Things weren't going right. I cocked the front panel up, not once but twice. So he's had to have it twice. It's a good job he lives just down the road, and I'll get that back off him pretty soon. And in the meantime, that's going to be it for this episode, because it's been a bit crap. I'm going to debug my camera and get things sorted, and hopefully my week of leave that's coming up will see me relaxing for the first couple of days, and then get back onto this, get the heavy hauler pack sorted. I've sent the air tanks down to him, the ones that go on the top, because I want those silver, the same as the tank at the bottom of the heavy hauler tower. So yeah, I'm going to get that built up and give you an update when I get all the parts back, and of course when I've suitably recharged my batteries. So in the meantime, folks, yeah, leave a comment, tell me what you think, and I will see you on the next one.